You were not born to be walked on. You were not created to be everybody's doormat. You were not designed to smile while your soul is screaming. Let me tell you something that nobody else would tell you. Your niceness is killing you. Not softly, not slowly. It is murdering your purpose right before your eyes, and you don't even see it. You think you're being kind. You think you're being spiritual. You think you're being humble. But what you're really being is a coward. Yes, I said it, a coward. Because it takes no courage to say yes when your spirit is shouting no. It takes no strength to bend when you were built to stand. And it takes no wisdom to please people who would never sacrifice for you what you sacrifice for them. Listen to me carefully. There is a difference between kindness and weakness. There is a difference between humility and stupidity. There is a difference between love and slavery. And if you don't know the difference, you will spend your entire life building other people's dreams while your own vision dies inside you. You will die with your music still in you. You will die with your book unwritten. You will die with your business unbuilt. You will die with your voice unheard. And on your tombstone, people will write, "Here lies a nice person." And that will be the tragedy of your existence. Not that you were bad, but that you were too good for your own good. Your Creator did not wake up one morning and say, "Let me make someone who will apologize for breathing." The manufacturer does not build a lion and then teach it to act like a sheep. The manufacturer does not create an eagle and then clip its wings before it learns to fly. The manufacturer does not plant an oak tree and then tell it to grow like grass. So why are you living beneath your design? Why are you shrinking to make small-minded people comfortable? Why are you dimming your light so that blind people won't complain about the brightness? Here is what they don't tell you. The world does not reward nice people. The world rewards people who know their value. The world does not celebrate people who disappear. The world celebrates people who show up with confidence and clarity. The world does not remember people who whispered. The world remembers people who roared. And I'm not talking about being loud. I'm talking about being clear. Clear about who you are. Clear about what you will accept. Clear about what you will not tolerate. Clear about your boundaries. Clear about your vision. Clear about your purpose. You see, the problem is not that you're kind. The problem is that you're kind to the wrong people. You're giving your best to people who don't even see your worth. You're pouring into cups that have holes in the bottom. You're planting seeds in concrete and then wondering why nothing grows. You're casting pearls before swine and then getting angry when they trample on them. But whose fault is that? The swine are just being swine. You're the one who needs to wake up and stop wasting your treasure on those who cannot recognize its value. Let me tell you a story. A lion was raised among sheep. Every day it ate grass. Every day it bleated like a sheep. Every day it ran from danger like a sheep. One day another lion saw it and was confused. This lion walked up to the sheep-minded lion and said, "What are you doing? You are not a sheep. You are a lion." But the sheep-minded lion said, "No, I am a sheep. I have always been a sheep. This is who I am." The wise lion dragged the sheep-minded lion to a river and said, "Look at your reflection." And when the sheep-minded lion saw its own face, it roared for the first time. It was not the roar that changed it. It was the revelation. You cannot act like what you were not created to be once you see who you really are. But here is the tragedy. Most of you know you're lions. You've seen your reflection. You've heard the roar inside your chest. But you're still eating grass because the sheep expect it. You are still running from challenges because the sheep are afraid. You're still playing small because the sheep are comfortable with smallness. And you've convinced yourself that this is love. But it's not love. It's fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of standing alone. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of being called selfish. Fear of being called prideful. Fear of being called too much. But let me ask you a question. Who told you that you were too much? Who told you that your dreams were too big? Who told you that your voice was too loud? Who told you that your standards were too high? Was it someone who has accomplished what you want to accomplish? Was it someone who is living the life you want to live? Was it someone who has the courage you're afraid to use? Or was it someone who is threatened by your potential? Someone who's intimidated by your gifts? Someone who knows that the moment you wake up, you will leave them behind? Stop taking advice from people who are not going where you're going. Stop letting people who are comfortable with mediocrity convince you to settle. Stop allowing people who gave up on their dreams to talk you out of yours. And stop being so nice that you sacrifice your destiny to keep people around who were never meant to go with you to the next level. The greatest lie you've been told is that you need everyone to like you. You don't. You need the right people to recognize you. You need people of purpose to connect with you. You need people of vision to walk with you. But you do not need everyone. In fact, the moment you try to please everyone, you lose yourself. You become a version of you that doesn't even exist. You become a puppet controlled by the opinions of people who don't even know your name. And at the end of your life, you will look back and realize you never lived your life, you lived theirs. There is a season for everything. There is a season to plant. There is a season to water. There is a season to harvest. But there is also a season to uproot. There is a season to cut away. There is a season to let go. And if you do not let go of what is dead, you will never have room for what is alive. Some relationships are over. Some friendships have expired. Some connections are toxic. And your niceness is keeping you tied to corpses. You are dragging dead weight and wondering why you're tired. You are watering dead plants and wondering why nothing blooms. You are giving life to what is draining you and then blaming yourself for being exhausted. Stop it. Just stop it. You are not responsible for fixing broken people. You are not responsible for carrying people who refuse to walk. You are not responsible for convincing people of your value. If they don't see it, that's their blindness, not your deficiency. Your job is not to shrink so they can see. Your job is to rise so high that those who are supposed to see you cannot miss you. And those who miss you were never meant to journey with you. Here is a truth that will set you free. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your peace. You don't owe anyone an apology for honoring your time. You don't owe anyone access to your energy just because they ask for it. You are not a public utility. You are not a 24-hour service. You are a human being with limits, boundaries, and a purpose that is bigger than being available to everyone. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but what if they get upset? What if they call me selfish? What if they walk away? Let me tell you something that will change your life. Let them get upset. Let them call you selfish. Let them walk away. Because anyone who gets angry when you set a boundary is someone who is benefiting from you having none. Anyone who punishes you for saying no is someone who is taking advantage of your yes. And anyone who leaves because you finally stood up for yourself is someone who was only around because you were lying down. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Read that again. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. You are not defined by the opinions of people who don't understand your assignment. You are not diminished by the rejection of people who were never your audience. You are not less than because someone chose to walk away. You are simply revealed, and so are they. The enemy of great is not bad. The enemy of great is good. The enemy of excellent is not failure. The enemy of excellent is average. The enemy of your destiny is not the devil. The enemy of your destiny is your comfort, and your niceness has become your comfort zone. You've gotten comfortable being uncomfortable. You've gotten used to being used. You've normalized being disrespected. You've accepted being overlooked. And you call it humility. But it's not humility. It's agreement. You have agreed with the low opinion people have of you. You have agreed with the small box people have put you in. You have agreed with the limitations people have placed on your life. And every time you say yes when you mean no, you sign the contract again. But today is the day you tear up that contract. Today is the day you take back your yes. Today is the day you reclaim your no. Today is the day you remember who you are. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not random. You were thought of before the foundation of the world. You were designed with intention. You were created with purpose. You were built for something specific. And your niceness is blocking the very thing you were born to do. Do you know why you feel restless? Do you know why you feel frustrated? Do you know why you feel like something is missing? Because something is missing. Your purpose is missing. Your calling is missing. Your greatness is missing. And it's missing because you've buried it under people pleasing, approval seeking, and the fear of being misunderstood. You have traded your roar for acceptance. You have traded your wings for applause. You have traded your crown for comfort. And now you wonder why you feel empty. Let me tell you what happens when you stop being too nice. You start being real. You start being free. You start being you, the authentic you, the unapologetic you, the version of you that doesn't ask permission to exist, the version of you that doesn't apologize for taking up space, the version of you that doesn't shrink to fit into rooms that were never built for you. And yes, people will be shocked. People will be offended. People will say, "You've changed." And you will smile and say, "Thank you. I've been waiting to change for years. You just liked me broken." Because here is the truth. Some people don't love you. They love what you do for them. Some people don't value you. They value your availability. Some people don't appreciate you. They appreciate your silence. And the moment you stop being available, stop staying silent, they will reveal who they always were. Users, takers, energy, vampires. And you will thank yourself for finally seeing it. There is a man who built a machine. He knew everything about that machine because he created it. He knew its capacity. He knew its limits. He knew its purpose. One day, someone tried to use that machine for something it was not designed to do. And the machine broke. Whose fault was it? Not the machine's. The machine was just being what it was created to be. The fault was with the person who misused it. You are that machine. Your creator knows your design. Your creator knows your capacity. Your creator knows your purpose. And when people misuse you, mistreat you, and misunderstand you, it is not your fault. It is their ignorance. Stop letting ignorant people redefine you. Stop letting broken people reshape you. Stop letting small-minded people limit you. You were created to create. You were designed to build. You were born to lead. You were made to impact. You were formed to influence. And none of that happens while you're busy being nice to people who don't even respect you. None of that happens while you're wasting your energy on people who drain you. None of that happens while you're giving your best to people who don't even see it. I want you to imagine something. Imagine a seed. That seed has a tree inside it. That seed has fruit inside it. That seed has shade inside it. That seed has life inside it. But if that seed stays in your pocket, nothing happens. If that seed stays on the shelf, nothing grows. If that seed stays in the bag, nothing blooms. That seed must be planted. That seed must be buried. That seed must break open. And then, and only then, does the tree emerge. You are that seed. You have greatness inside you. You have potential inside you. You have gifts inside you. You have purpose inside you. But none of it will manifest while you're comfortable. None of it will emerge while you're playing it safe. None of it will grow while you're being too nice. It's time to break open. It's time to push through the soil. It's time to reach for the light. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Yes, it will be painful. Yes, it will be lonely, because growth always is. But on the other side of that discomfort is the life you were meant to live. On the other side of that pain is the purpose you were created to fulfill. On the other side of that loneliness is the version of you that the world has been waiting for. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for people to understand. They won't. And that's okay, because your purpose is not dependent on their approval. Your calling is not contingent on their acceptance. Your destiny is not determined by their opinion. It is determined by your decision. And today, you must decide, will you continue to be too nice and watch your life pass you by, or will you stand up, speak up, and show up as the person you were created to be? I'm not telling you to be rude. I'm not telling you to be harsh. I'm not telling you to be cold. I'm telling you to be clear. Clear about your boundaries. Clear about your value. Clear about your purpose. Clear about your vision. And when you are clear, you don't have to be loud. Clarity is loud enough. When you know who you are, you don't have to prove it. Your presence proves it. When you know your worth, you don't have to defend it. Your standards defend it. When you know your purpose, you don't have to explain it. Your results explain it. There are people who are waiting for you to wake up. There are people who need what's inside you. There are problems that only you can solve. There are doors that only you can open. There are places that only you can reach. But you will never get there while you're being too nice. You will never arrive while you're being too available. You will never fulfill your purpose while you're being too accommodating. The world does not need another people pleaser. The world needs a you who is fully awake. The world needs a you who is fully alive. The world needs a you who is fully on fire with purpose. And that fire cannot burn while you are drowning in the demands of people who don't even see you. So here is my question to you. When will you stop? When will you stop apologizing for existing? When will you stop shrinking for others? When will you stop saying yes when you mean no? When will you stop giving to people who only take? When will you stop being too nice and start being too focused? Too disciplined? Too purposeful? Too committed to your calling? To be distracted by people who don't matter? Because time is running out. Not in a fearful way, but in a factual way. You have a limited number of days, a limited number of hours, a limited number of moments. And every moment you waste being too nice is a moment you will never get back. Every day you spend pleasing people is a day stolen from your purpose. Every year you give to the wrong people is a year lost from the right assignment. And I need you to hear this. You will regret the things you didn't do far more than the things you did. You will regret the words you didn't say far more than the words you said. You will regret the dreams you didn't chase far more than the risks you took. And you will regret the version of you that stayed hidden far more than the version of you that stood up and stood out. Stop being too nice. Start being too powerful. Stop being too available. Start being too valuable. Stop being too quiet. Start being too clear. Stop being too soft. Start being too strong. Not harsh, not mean, not cruel, but strong, spiritually strong, mentally strong, emotionally strong. Strong enough to say no. Strong enough to walk away. Strong enough to stand alone. Strong enough to lose people who were never really with you. Strong enough to be misunderstood. Strong enough to be criticized. Strong enough to be rejected. And still keep moving. Because the truth is, rejection is redirection. Every closed door is a protected door. Every person who walks away creates space for the person who is supposed to walk in. Every no you hear is preparing you for the yes that is coming. But you have to be strong enough to endure the process. You have to be focused enough to stay the course. You have to be committed enough to keep going even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when it's lonely. And it will be lonely because greatness is always lonely at first. Eagles fly alone. Lions hunt alone. Leaders walk alone, not because they want to, but because they have to. Because the path to purpose is narrow. The road to greatness is steep. The journey to destiny is long. And most people give up. Most people turn back. Most people settle. But not you. Not anymore. Because today you woke up. Today you saw yourself. Today you remembered who you are. You are not average. You are not ordinary. You are not common. You are rare. You are unique. You are one of a kind. There is no one else like you. There never has been. There never will be. And the world is waiting for you to stop hiding behind niceness and start walking in your greatness. The world is waiting for you to stop whispering and start speaking. The world is waiting for you to stop following and start leading. The world is waiting for you to stop existing and start living. And living is not comfortable. Living is not safe. Living is not easy. But living is worth it. Living is powerful. Living is purposeful. And living is the only option for someone who was created with intention, designed with purpose, and built for greatness. That someone is you. And it's time. Time to rise. Time to roar. Time to rule. Time to stop being too nice and start being too unstoppable. Your life is waiting. Your purpose is calling. Your destiny is demanding. And you must answer. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, today, right now, this moment. Stop being too nice. Start being you. Let me tell you another truth that will shake you to your core. Your silence is agreement. Every time you watch injustice and say nothing, you agree with it. Every time you see yourself being disrespected and you smile through it, you agree with it. Every time you allow someone to cross your boundaries and you pretend it's fine, you agree with it. Your silence is not peace. Your silence is permission. You are giving people permission to treat you any way they want. And then you wonder why they keep doing it. They keep doing it because you keep allowing it. There was a time when you had fire. There was a time when you had passion. There was a time when you had standards. But somewhere along the way, someone told you that fire was anger. Someone told you that passion was too much. Someone told you that standards were pride, and you believed them. You dimmed your fire. You buried your passion. You lowered your standards, and you called it growth. But it wasn't growth. It was shrinkage. You didn't grow up. You shrank down. But I'm here to tell you that it's time to remember the fire. It's time to reignite the passion. It's time to raise the standards again. And I don't care who gets uncomfortable. I don't care who gets offended. I don't care who says you've changed. Because the truth is, you haven't changed enough. You're still holding back. You're still playing small. You're still dimming your light. And the world is suffering because of it. The people who need you are suffering because you're hiding. The problems that need your solution are growing because you're silent. The change that needs your voice is delayed because you're being too nice. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your niceness is not just hurting you. It's hurting everyone connected to your purpose. There are people whose lives will never be the same because you finally decided to step into your calling. There are businesses that will never be built because you were too afraid to start. There are books that will never be written because you were too worried about what people would think. There are movements that will never happen because you were too nice to lead them. And generations will suffer because you chose comfort over courage. This is not a game. This is not a rehearsal. This is your one life, your one shot, your one opportunity. And you're wasting it trying to make everyone happy. But here's what you need to understand. You cannot make everyone happy. It is impossible. You cannot please everyone. It is not your job. You cannot be everything to everyone. You were not designed for that. You were designed for something specific. You were created for someone specific. You were built for a purpose specific. And the moment you try to be everything to everyone, you become nothing to anyone. I want you to think about this. A knife is designed to cut. That is its purpose. That is its function. That is its design. Now, if you take that knife and you try to use it as a hammer, it will fail. If you take that knife and you try to use it as a screwdriver, it will fail. Not because the knife is bad, but because the knife is being used for something it was not created to do. You are that knife. You have a specific design. You have a specific purpose. You have a specific function. And when people try to use you for things you were not created for, you will feel broken. You will feel inadequate. You will feel like a failure. But you are not a failure. You're just being misused. And here is the hard truth. Sometimes you are the one misusing yourself. You are the one saying yes to things that your design says no to. You are the one accepting assignments that were never meant for you. You are the one forcing yourself into spaces where you don't belong. And then you're frustrated, then you're exhausted, then you're empty. But whose fault is that? Not theirs, yours. Because you knew better. You felt it in your spirit. You heard it in your heart. You sensed it in your soul. But you ignored it because you wanted to be nice. You wanted to be liked. You wanted to be accepted. And now you're paying the price. But the price doesn't have to be permanent. The damage doesn't have to be final. The mistake doesn't have to define you, because today is a new day. Today is a fresh start. Today is your opportunity to choose differently. Today is your chance to say no to what's wrong so you can say yes to what's right. Today is your moment to close the wrong doors so the right doors can open. Today is your time to release the wrong people so the right people can find you. And I know it's scary. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it feels like you're losing everything. But you're not losing anything. You're gaining everything. You're gaining your peace. You're gaining your purpose. You're gaining your power. You're gaining your life back. And that is worth more than any relationship that requires you to lose yourself. That is worth more than any approval that demands you to shrink. That is worth more than any comfort that costs you your calling. Listen to me very carefully. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out. You were not created to blend in. You were created to shine. You were not designed to follow the crowd. You were designed to lead the movement. And everything in you that makes you different is exactly what makes you powerful. Everything in you that makes you uncomfortable to others is exactly what makes you effective. Everything in you that makes people nervous is exactly what makes you necessary. Stop apologizing for who you are. Stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Stop hiding your gifts to make others feel secure. Stop playing small to make others feel big. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve the world. And it doesn't serve your Creator, who put greatness inside you for a reason. You know what your problem is? You think you have time. You think you can wait. You think you can delay. You think you can postpone your purpose until people are ready for it. But let me tell you something. People will never be ready. There will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when everyone agrees. There will never be a season when everyone supports you. And if you wait for that, you will wait forever. You will die waiting. You will waste your life waiting for permission that will never come from people who were never qualified to give it. Your permission comes from one place: your Creator, the one who made you, the one who designed you, the one who called you, the one who equipped you. And that permission was granted the moment you were born. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need anyone else's validation. You don't need anyone else's endorsement. You need to wake up and realize that everything you need is already inside you. The gifts are there. The talent is there. The calling is there. The anointing is there. The power is there. Everything is there. It's just buried under years of being too nice. So dig it up, resurrect it, awaken it, activate it, and stop asking people if you can. Stop asking people if you should. Stop asking people if they think you're ready. Just do it. Just start. Just move. Just act. Just speak. Just create. Just build. Just lead. Because the world is not waiting for perfect people. The world is waiting for obedient people. People who will obey the call even when they're afraid. People who will obey the vision even when they're alone. People who will obey the voice even when everyone else is silent. And yes, you will make mistakes. Yes, you will stumble. Yes, you will fall. But you will learn. You will grow. You will rise. And you will become the person you were created to be. But none of that happens while you're sitting on the sidelines being nice. None of that happens while you're watching from the stands being safe. None of that happens while you're hiding in the shadows being comfortable. It's time to get in the game. It's time to step on the field. It's time to enter the arena. And I don't care if you don't feel ready. I don't care if you don't feel qualified. I don't care if you don't feel equipped. Because feelings are the worst counselors you could ever listen to. Feelings will lie to you. Feelings will deceive you. Feelings will trap you. And if you wait until you feel ready, you will never start. If you wait until you feel qualified, you will never move. If you wait until you feel equipped, you will never answer the call. So move anyway, start anyway, answer anyway. Not because you feel like it, but because you were called to it. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Not because everyone will understand, but because your purpose demands it. And your purpose is bigger than your fear. Your calling is louder than your doubt. Your destiny is stronger than your insecurity. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your season. And you must seize it with everything in you. You must grab it with both hands. You must pursue it with all your heart, because this moment will not wait for you. This time will not pause for you. This season will not extend for you. It's now or never. It's today or not at all. It's this moment or it's gone forever. Stop being too nice and start being too intentional. Stop being too available and start being too focused. Stop being too quiet and start being too vocal. Stop being too passive and start being too active. Stop being too fearful and start being too faithful. Stop being too worried and start being too obedient. Stop being too concerned with what people think and start being too consumed with what your Creator called you to do. Because at the end of your life, you will not stand before people. You will stand before your Maker. And on that day, the only question that will matter is this: did you do what I created you to do? Did you become who I created you to be? Did you fulfill the purpose I put inside you? And if the answer is no, because you were too busy being nice to people who didn't even matter, that will be the greatest tragedy of your existence. Don't let that be your story. Choose differently today. Choose powerfully today. Choose purposefully today. Stop being too nice. Start being unstoppable.